Welcome back, beautiful souls, to Zen Mind Peaceful Life, your cosmic sanctuary where we decode the mysteries of the stars and how they shape your inner world. Today, I have a very special message for all the Pisces out there. Imagine this: something truly strange, almost otherworldly, is about to happen in your own home. You might feel an undeniable urge to leave. Maybe it's a restless pull, a whisper from your soul guiding you to step away. But here's the twist: when you finally return, fortune will greet you in ways you never imagined. Now, what could this mean? Why is the universe shaking up your sacred space? As an expert deeply immersed in astrology and the subtle energies of the zodiac, I can tell you this isn't just coincidence. Pisces, ruled by mystical Neptune, are uniquely tuned into the unseen, and these moments of disruption often signal profound inner growth and transformation. If you're curious about how this strange event can unlock your highest potential, whether that's emotional healing, creative breakthroughs, or new opportunities, you're in the right place. So, before we dive into this cosmic journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with anyone you know who needs a little clarity and peace today. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. There's something almost magical, and a bit unsettling, about how Pisces experience their home. For this deeply intuitive water sign, the house isn't just a physical space, it's a living, breathing reflection of their inner world. Imagine coming home and sensing a shift in the air, a subtle vibration you can't quite explain. It's not about what's visible but what you feel in your bones. For Pisces, whose ruler Neptune governs dreams, illusions, and the unseen realms, this sensitivity can mean their home starts to echo the undercurrents of their emotional and spiritual state. I remember a story of a Pisces friend who told me how her apartment suddenly felt off one evening. Doors creaked without wind, shadows seemed to linger longer, and an inexplicable heaviness settled over her living room. She described a mixture of curiosity and unease, as if the space was communicating something important. What's fascinating is that many Pisces report moments like this, where their environment seems to shift in tandem with their inner tides. This isn't just coincidence, it's a psychological mirror. When you feel unsettled at home, it often points to something unresolved inside, perhaps old fears, sadness, or even a suppressed desire for change. This kind of emotional tuning is a gift but also a challenge. The first step when you notice that strange energy is to honor it rather than dismiss it. Pisces naturally tend to absorb the emotions around them. So if your home feels strange, take a moment to pause and reflect. What emotions have you been carrying that you might have pushed aside? Journaling can be a powerful tool here. Write freely about what you're sensing and feeling without judgment. You might discover hidden worries or longings beneath the surface, and bringing these to light is the beginning of healing. Alongside this inner work, sometimes the best thing you can do is to physically step away from the space for a while. Pisces often feel a strong pull to leave their home when the energy becomes too heavy or confusing. This isn't about running away, it's about giving yourself the gift of space and perspective. Think about how often we gain clarity after a change of scenery, a walk in nature, a weekend getaway, or even just a few hours at a cafe. For Pisces, this urge to leave the house temporarily is a cosmic nudge, urging you to reset your emotional batteries. I know a Pisces who, after experiencing a similar strange energy in her home, decided to take a spontaneous road trip. No plan, just a drive toward wherever her intuition led. During those days away, she found herself processing emotions she hadn't allowed herself to face before: grief over a lost relationship, the stress of unmet expectations, and the fear of not living authentically. The physical distance from her home created a psychological distance from these tangled feelings, giving her space to breathe and gain insight. When she finally returned, she felt a palpable shift, not just in her apartment, but in herself. The heaviness lifted, and with it came a fresh sense of hope and possibility. This process reflects a beautiful psychological truth: sometimes, our minds and hearts need a break from the familiar to truly heal and grow. Stepping away allows you to observe your life with fresh eyes and reconnect with your deeper wisdom. And for Pisces, whose ruling planet Neptune is all about dissolving boundaries and inviting spiritual awakening. These moments are sacred invitations from the universe. They're reminders that change, even when uncomfortable, is the catalyst for transformation. During these times, it's also essential to tune into your dreams and intuition. Pisces have a natural ability to access subtle messages through their subconscious. When your home feels strange or you're compelled to leave, pay attention to the symbols and emotions that arise in your dreams. Coming back to the idea of fortune appearing when you return home, this is where the magic really unfolds. Fortune, in this sense, isn't just about money or material gain. For Pisces, it's more about creative inspiration, emotional clarity, and meaningful connections that realign you with your true path. It's as if the universe shakes things up, asking you to let go of old attachments or limiting beliefs, and then rewards you with a fresh canvas to paint your future. I've seen this play out in real life more than once. A Pisces friend went through a tough breakup and found her home charged with emotional tension and sadness. She took some time away, focusing on meditation and healing practices. Upon her return, she started a small art project that quickly blossomed into. Practical steps can help Pisces harness this powerful cycle. Clearing your home's energy can make a huge difference. Try smudging with sage, burning Palo Santo, or using crystals like amethyst and clear quartz, known for their calming and cleansing properties. Incorporate meditation or simple breathing exercises daily to ground yourself, especially during these transitional times. And don't forget the power of intention as you return to your space. Consciously invite positive energy and blessings to fill every corner. Above all, remind yourself that feeling unsettled is not a sign of weakness or something to fear. It's a signal that your soul is ready to evolve. Embrace the discomfort as a trusted guide, a spiritual wake-up call pushing you toward a more authentic and fulfilling life. This strange event in your house, and the urge to leave and come back renewed, is one of the universe's profound ways of helping you step into your highest potential. Returning home after stepping away can be like coming back to a world both familiar and strangely new. For Pisces, this moment often carries the weight of transformation, the subtle but powerful shift where something inside has changed, even if the walls around you haven't. This is the time when the energy that once felt heavy and uncertain becomes lighter, infused with the clarity and calm that you've been seeking all along. In the story of a close Pisces friend, after a period of emotional upheaval and a necessary retreat from her daily environment, her return was marked by an almost tangible renewal. It was as if the air in her apartment shifted, becoming more vibrant, more welcoming, almost alive with possibility. That return wasn't just physical, it was deeply symbolic. A re-entry into life with a fresh perspective and a heart more open to the blessings waiting to unfold. For Pisces, this moment often opens the door to fortune, though fortune may look very different than what we typically expect. It could be an unexpected creative breakthrough, a reconnection with a loved one, or the start of a new chapter in a spiritual practice. Fortune for Pisces often comes in waves of inspiration that wash over their creative and emotional worlds. It might manifest as a sudden spark that ignites a long-held passion or an opportunity that aligns perfectly with their evolving sense of self. One Pisces artist I know, after a time away to reflect and heal, found herself painting again with a depth and confidence she hadn't accessed in years. Her work quickly gained attention, not because she chased success, but because she followed the quiet call of her heart. This kind of fortune is not about rushing, it's about flowing with the currents that life sends your way. What's important for Pisces in this phase is to recognize fortune as a holistic experience. It's about emotional richness, creative expression, and spiritual alignment, not just material gain. This means tuning in to what truly nourishes your soul and saying yes to opportunities that resonate with your authentic self, even if they seem unconventional or unexpected. The role of Neptune, the mystical ruler of Pisces, cannot be overstated during these moments. Neptune dissolves boundaries and invites us to see beyond the surface, helping Pisces shed illusions that may have clouded their judgment or sense of self. This planet's influence encourages Pisces to trust their intuition and embrace uncertainty as a space for growth. The strange events that happen at home and the urge to step away are Neptune's way of shaking loose the old and inviting the new. One of the most beautiful ways to work with Neptune's energy is through meditation and creative visualization. By quieting the mind and imagining your ideal outcome, whether it's peace in your home, clarity in your relationships, or success in your passions, you align your energy with what you want to attract. This practice, combined with keeping a dream journal, helps Pisces harness the wisdom of their subconscious and receive guidance from their higher self. Pisces are naturally attuned to synchronicities. Those meaningful coincidences that feel like the universe is winking at you. During these transformational periods, these synchronicities often multiply, offering clues and reassurance along your path. Maybe you keep seeing a particular symbol, hearing a certain song, or running into someone who changes your perspective. These moments are Neptune's way of reminding Pisces that they are supported and never truly alone. Cultivating awareness of these signs takes practice but is incredibly rewarding. I encourage anyone watching who feels these shifts to slow down and pay attention to what shows up repeatedly in their environment or thoughts. A simple exercise is to carry a small notebook or use your phone to jot down these moments as they happen. Over time, patterns emerge that reveal the hidden threads weaving your story together. Understanding the home as a sacred space is essential for Pisces during these times. Because their emotional well-being is so closely tied to their environment, caring for their home is an act of self-love and spiritual practice. This means more than tidying up. It involves creating a sanctuary where the energy supports healing and growth. Many Pisces find comfort in incorporating elements like soft lighting, calming colors, plants, or spiritual objects that resonate with their energy. When the energy at home feels off, it's a sign that something within needs attention. Practical ways to clear this energy include smudging with sage or Palo Santo, which has been used for centuries to cleanse spaces and invite positive vibrations. Crystals like amethyst or clear quartz can amplify these effects, acting as anchors for tranquility and clarity. One Pisces I know has a ritual of lighting a candle, burning sage, and setting an intention for peace before bedtime, transforming her bedroom into a refuge from daily stresses. Alongside clearing energy, establishing grounding routines is vital. Deep breathing exercises, gentle yoga, or even mindful walking can help Pisces reconnect with their bodies and the present moment when emotional waves threaten to overwhelm them. Trusting these practices builds resilience and helps maintain balance amid change. It's also important for Pisces not to shy away from reaching out for support during these transitions. While their intuitive nature often leads them inward, sharing feelings with trusted friends, mentors, or therapists can provide perspective and encouragement. Sometimes just verbalizing what feels strange or difficult can release the tension and open the door for healing. Finally, embracing the unknown with curiosity rather than fear turns these strange events into invitations rather than obstacles. Change can feel uncomfortable, especially when it disrupts our sense of safety. But Pisces are uniquely gifted with a deep well of inner wisdom and compassion that can guide them through any storm. By leaning into this inner strength and practicing gentle self-care, Pisces can navigate these shifts gracefully, emerging with new clarity, renewed purpose, and yes, fortune that touches their heart, mind, and spirit. There's a profound awakening that often accompanies Pisces during times of change, an opening of the soul that's as subtle as it is powerful. This awakening isn't sudden or flashy, instead, it unfolds like the gentle blooming of a lotus in still waters. For Pisces, ruled by Neptune, the planet of dreams and spirituality, these moments serve as invitations to step beyond the familiar and explore deeper parts of themselves. It's during these strange shifts in their home life or personal space that Pisces often begin to sense the stirrings of something greater. A friend of mine, a Pisces, once described how after experiencing a period of confusion and uncertainty in her living environment, she began to notice subtle signs, a feather appearing on her doorstep, a song on the radio that seemed to speak directly to her heart, or a recurring phrase in her dreams. These moments seemed small but were profoundly reassuring, whispering to her that she was not alone in the process unfolding within her. For many Pisces, paying attention to these signs can serve as anchors amid the emotional currents they navigate. The spiritual awakening that Pisces undergo is deeply tied to their innate empathy and capacity for emotional depth. It's like peeling back layers of old conditioning, fears, and limiting beliefs, revealing a core of resilience and creative power. This process, while beautiful, can be intense and sometimes disorienting. I always remind those I work with to be gentle with themselves during this time. Embrace practices that nourish the spirit, whether that's meditation, journaling, or simply spending quiet moments near water, a natural healer for this water sign. Leaving the house when these energies become overwhelming isn't just about physical space, it's a form of self-care that honors the need for emotional reset. I recall a Pisces client who, feeling weighed down by the heaviness at home, took a solo retreat to a lakeside cabin. There, disconnected from daily demands and immersed in nature's quiet, she found clarity and peace that allowed her to return with renewed strength. This kind of intentional retreat, even if brief, can be transformative for Pisces, offering the distance needed to process and release emotional blockages. When Pisces eventually returns, there is often a noticeable shift not only in the environment but within themselves. The home, once charged with tension, feels lighter and more harmonious. This return marks more than just a physical coming back. It's a re-entry into life with a clearer heart and an open mind. The fortune that appears at this time may come as creative inspiration, a new relationship, or unexpected opportunities that align with their soul's purpose. This fortune can manifest in many forms, and the key for Pisces is to remain open and receptive. One Pisces artist friend, after a period of withdrawal, began receiving commissions for her paintings almost effortlessly. But what truly mattered was the joy and flow she felt in her creative process. For Pisces, fortune isn't about chasing success, it's about aligning with their true self and allowing abundance to flow naturally. This gentle surrender is often the gateway to the greatest gifts life can offer. To support this flow of fortune, it's helpful to incorporate grounding rituals that anchor Pisces in the present moment. Simple acts like lighting a candle with an intention, arranging fresh flowers, or creating a small altar with meaningful objects can transform a space into a sanctuary of peace and possibility. These practices help shift the energy from one of tension to one of welcome, signaling to both the home and the soul that it's time to embrace new beginnings. Understanding Neptune's role deepens this process. As the ruler of Pisces, Neptune's energy is about dissolving illusions and opening pathways to spiritual truth. During times of strange events and transitions, Neptune encourages Pisces to release attachments to old patterns and step into uncertainty with trust. This can be challenging because uncertainty often triggers fear. However, embracing the unknown with curiosity can lead to profound breakthroughs and healing. Meditation and creative visualization are powerful tools Pisces can use to navigate Neptune's foggy waters. By setting aside time to visualize the kind of peace, joy, or success they desire, Pisces align their energy with their intentions. Dream journaling also taps into Neptune's realm, providing insights that might otherwise be missed. Over time, this practice builds a clearer connection to their inner guidance and the universe's subtle signals. One of the most beautiful aspects of this Neptune influence is the appearance of synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that feel like the universe is sending a wink or nod. A Pisces might find themselves repeatedly encountering certain numbers, phrases, or symbols, or unexpectedly crossing paths with people who have an important message. Paying close attention to these moments can be both comforting and instructive, providing Pisces with a sense of being guided even when the path ahead isn't clear. Creating a sacred space at home is especially vital for Pisces during these periods, because their emotional health is so entwined with their environment. Intentional care for their living space acts as a form of self-love. This might mean clearing clutter to invite calm, incorporating soft lighting and gentle colors that soothe the spirit, or bringing in natural elements like plants and crystals. For example, amethyst can help with emotional balance, while clear quartz amplifies positive energy. These elements work together to create a refuge where healing and growth can flourish. When the energy at home feels disrupted, it's a sign that Pisces need to pause and nurture themselves. Simple practices like smudging with sage or Palo Santo can clear stagnant energy, inviting freshness and clarity. One Pisces I know lights a candle and silently sets an intention for peace and healing before bedtime each night. Over time, these rituals build a protective and loving atmosphere, helping to maintain equilibrium amid life's inevitable ebbs and flows. Grounding remains crucial during these intense moments. Whether it's through deep breathing exercises, gentle yoga, or mindful walks, reconnecting with the body anchors Pisces in the present and provides a break from overwhelming emotions. A friend of mine shared how a daily ritual of barefoot walks in her garden helped her feel more centered and calm, transforming her response to the emotional storms she encountered. Equally important is the willingness to seek support. Pisces tend to internalize their struggles, but sharing with trusted friends, family, or therapists can offer new perspectives and lighten emotional loads. Simply voicing what feels strange or heavy can initiate release and healing, reminding Pisces that vulnerability is a form of strength. Finally, embracing change with openness transforms what might seem like disruption into a profound opportunity for renewal. Pisces are gifted with a deep well of compassion and inner wisdom that can guide them through these transitions. By leaning into their intuition and practicing self-care, they can navigate uncertainty gracefully, emerging stronger, clearer, and ready to receive the abundant fortune the universe has in store. There's a unique rhythm to Pisces' journey through life, especially when the universe stirs their emotional waters in unexpected ways. One of the most fascinating parts of this journey is how synchronicities start to appear, those subtle, meaningful coincidences that seem like little winks from the cosmos. Pisces, with their naturally intuitive and sensitive nature, often find themselves noticing these signs when they're going through a transition or when something significant is unfolding. For example, a Pisces I know began noticing repeating numbers like 111 or 444 showing up everywhere, on clocks, receipts, or license plates, during a time of major change in her life. At first, she thought it was just a coincidence, but over time these signs became too frequent and too pointed to ignore. They felt like gentle reminders that she was on the right path, even when the way forward seemed uncertain. Synchronicities like these aren't just random, they're a language the universe uses to communicate with us, especially for signs like Pisces who are naturally open to such subtle messages. Learning to recognize and trust these signs can be a profound tool for Pisces, helping them stay connected to their intuition and spiritual guidance. Keeping a small notebook or using a notes app on your phone to jot down moments of synchronicity can reveal patterns in messages that might otherwise slip by unnoticed. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to trust the flow of life and feel supported by the unseen forces around you. Beyond synchronicities, the idea of the home as a sacred space takes on powerful meaning for Pisces during these times of change. Because Pisces are so emotionally attuned, their environment can deeply affect their well-being. A home cluttered with chaos or filled with stagnant energy can amplify anxiety and confusion, while a calm, thoughtfully arranged space fosters peace and clarity. Many Pisces find that when they take intentional steps to create a sanctuary at home, it becomes easier to navigate emotional ups and downs. One way to start creating this sacred space is by clearing out clutter, which acts like emotional baggage in physical form. I've seen Pisces clients transform their homes by simply letting go of items that no longer serve them, old clothes, broken objects, or anything tied to negative memories. This act of release often brings surprising emotional relief and makes room for new energy and opportunities. It's like opening the windows to let fresh air circulate after a long winter. Incorporating natural elements into the home environment can also be healing. Plants bring life and vibrancy, while soft lighting creates warmth and comfort. Crystals like amethyst, known for its calming properties, or clear quartz, which amplifies positive energy, can be placed strategically around the home to nurture balance. One Pisces friend started placing amethyst clusters near her meditation corner and noticed a significant drop in her feelings of overwhelm, replaced by a sense of calm and focus. Energy clearing practices such as smudging with sage or Palo Santo have been used for centuries and work beautifully to reset a space. Lighting these sacred herbs while setting an intention for peace and healing can help dissolve lingering negative vibes. One Pisces woman shared how she lights a Palo Santo stick after a stressful day and feels the heaviness lift, creating a more peaceful atmosphere for herself and her family. Alongside environmental care, grounding routines are vital for Pisces to maintain emotional stability. Because their energy can easily become scattered, practices like deep breathing, gentle yoga, or mindful walking are essential anchors. There's a story about a Pisces who struggled with waves of anxiety until she began walking barefoot on the grass each morning. This simple, tactile connection to the earth helped her feel more centered and present, softening the emotional turbulence she faced. Self-care in the form of mindful routines nurtures the nervous system and supports resilience. Pisces often thrive when they incorporate rituals that soothe both body and mind, such as warm baths with calming essential oils like lavender, or journaling their thoughts and feelings without judgment. These practices create a buffer against emotional overwhelm and foster greater clarity. Another key to navigating this period of transformation is recognizing when to seek support. Pisces can be prone to retreating inward, but sharing experiences with trusted friends, therapists, or spiritual mentors provides valuable perspective and comfort. Simply speaking aloud what feels confusing or difficult can lift emotional burdens and invite healing. Vulnerability becomes a bridge to connection and strength rather than a sign of weakness. Through all of these experiences, following synchronicities, creating sacred spaces, grounding the body, and opening to support, Pisces learn to embrace change as a sacred invitation. Their journey through these strange, transformative moments is not about control but surrendering to the flow of life. This surrender, difficult as it may be, leads to profound growth and the unfolding of the fortune that the universe holds in store. By tuning into their inner wisdom, caring for their environment, and staying open to the subtle messages of the cosmos, Pisces can navigate these shifts with grace and courage. The strange happenings in their home, the pull to leave and return, and the fortune that follows are all part of a divine dance, one that invites them to deepen their connection to themselves, others, and the expansive universe around them. Before we say goodbye, remember this, Pisces: your sensitivity and deep intuition are your greatest strengths. Those strange moments at home, the pull to step away, and the changes you feel are not obstacles, they are invitations from the universe to grow, heal, and welcome unexpected blessings into your life. Trust yourself, embrace the unknown, and know that fortune often comes when you least expect it. If this video spoke to your heart, please hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and share it with someone who might need this message today. Here at Zen Mind Peaceful Life, we're building a community that supports each other through life's cosmic twists and turns, so join us and keep shining your beautiful light. Thank you for being here with me today. Stay peaceful, stay open, and I'll see you in the next video.